Hey guys, welcome back to PARACONOMY Inc. It is 10:25 p.m. 5/3/2025. Welcome to PARACONOMY Inc.'s podcast here. Live feed here, just going off the cusp. We've had a few different instances where I've traveled back to the astral realm on different dreams that I've had, and now I've licensing to travel freely, and it involves several other people who now travel freely through my portion of astral projection, and it's crossing over some comfort barriers of what's possible and what's comfortable and what's idiotic. Also, we're always bending the realms of what we can do. And so that's kind of where, we are featuring several of the people currently on Doop Doop. And I'm going in through the dreams and then trying things out. Um, so that is how it's been working. I've been able to throw a lot of shade. I've been able to get real stabby and violent with people, just inside of my own head, which is kind of a good place for that to stay. Which is why I talk to people about it and where I'm willing to walk away from the drama. And that's kind of the important part about why I'm giving this like civilian disclosure a little line of legacy here for if you know this UFO study stuff starts going outside of things that are you know excuse me the status quo in the armed forces where we're currently studying it, um, and creates that signal flow that's on planet already for certain things to unfold. And it seems like this could be a big answer and directional push towards that type of legacy here at Paraconomy Inc. and the people who ended it up on in my dreams. So we're opening up that study, and there it seems today we've been able to pull out um Chicago and falling out into like other weird places in this place. And there's like schools and cities and stuff. And I'm going back on the astral line and getting a little violent, so people can like tell the difference between like the dream and reality. And it seems like some people do, some people don't. That's why it's cool to just pull people out of their like slumber for a second and get their attention. So like that's kind of something that I'm studying right now, and that's just like basically how I'm able to study it is on people's faces in the astral realm. And so that's creating a little bit of natural tension and hopefully just enough of a curious push off the cliff towards um in some sort of intellectual discovery or enlightenment. That being said, there's a lot more people. There's this party that I end up getting like held up by a couple of young people and start getting kind of gaslit as to like why I'm at the party. So I'm going to that party and I'm stabbing people in the face on the astral line. So I'm just showing up and it's in well because it's in my imagination. It's just getting the people's attention who have the same familiarity with that portion of the dream. So if we are actually connected, it's it's waking them up, and it's getting people to kind of open up about that. Cracked out some party, Taco Bell, some computer cafe where I open up a hentai folder or something weird. So it's like a Lansing, Chicago dream, and then yeah, there's basically um Taco Bell employees, there's like a gang or something, just a group of people. And then like they're like kind of a part of this thing where I'm sneaking around the cops and stuff like that. And I'm astral projecting to like parts in my dream where there's like police and I'm getting violent and stabby with the police in my astral line. And it's getting other people's attention. So like that's kind of something that we're putting a little gas on the flame. It's 10:30 p.m. 5/3/2025. Yeah, it's it's all there. It's all available, and it's kind of cathartic to be able to go around and it kind of get people's attention in reality because these dreams happened in the past few years, it doesn't mean they're that other people on the other end of the dreams aren't also concurrently experiencing a new modern day reality from these causations in their mental and their metaphysical fatigue. So that could be playing a little bit in onto that. My back, I threw out my back over the past few days, and I have not been able. Feels like I'm gonna freaking fall or something. I've been real careful. So, yeah, you never know. It could be because it's springtime and I had a bad back injury like decades ago in the springtime, and it's just never this is always gonna happen. So like that's something we can kind of look at and anticipate potentially. If that's happening, it could be a sign that something else is supposed to be opened up in the conversation, but hasn't been, just because the catalysm between like who and where, what, why. So like that could be how we're kind of able to experience some of the softening on the fallout when there are things being mishandled chemically speaking, and that's leading to people's like enigmatics getting soupy instead of being like stretched thin through the sort of the phasing. So um death releases a lot of DMT, uh and so does dreaming also releases a lot of DMT. So it's very possible that human beings, especially people who smoke it, are utilizing this part that are getting into, astral projecting your current reality and day space along the same legacy has something to do with it. To each their own. I've never tried it. Would love to try some DMT, but like for now, I'm just gonna stick with my mushrooms, and which you guys should buy yourselves a bag of my new brand of mushrooms at paraconomy.earth. The time is 10:33. Yeah, there's all sorts of people on the astral line, and jig is up. You're easy to see.